Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Indigo Diamond here with another video, here to talk about the first episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 14. Now, who is this woman you see? It's Diamond. I'm just wearing a different dress because I finally flippin' fit into it. I've had this dress for ages, like a couple of years now, and I've just, not been skinny enough to fit in it. But today, I managed to get into my cincher, and I managed to get into this dress, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wear it. Partially because I did my makeup, and then I was like, oh, can I put the cincher on today? We'll give it a go. It probably won't work, but we'll see what happens. Put the cincher on, then I was like, ooh, what dress do I wear? And my other half was like, yeah, what dress are you gonna wear? And I was like, I want to wear the black dress because it goes with the makeup I've done today. But I don't know if it will fit because it hasn't done all this time. And so we were like, we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. We'll see what happens. Worst case scenario, it doesn't fit. I'll pick another dress. But it fits. It fits. It's a sequin dress and it fits me. Far too excited about this. But I've been waiting like a good couple of years to be able to get into this dress. And now it fits. And I'm so excited about this. So excited. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, and tell me down below, who are you rooting for this season? We've got a split premiere. So we only had half the queens this week, and we'll get the other half next week. So let's get into the video. So queens enter. RuPaul says mini challenge. And the mini challenge is they brought back the photo shoot. I am so happy that they brought back the photo shoot because I've just missed it so much. I like that they did it back in like season season 11. They did it with like former queens. I like that. I would happily have them bring that again. But they've not done this since like season 8. And that was when they had like the winners come back and then they had to like pose with royalty. But I just think this is such a great challenge, and it's so fun with some of the things they come up with. Like, when they had to jump in front of the TV screen and when they had to go underwater and things like that. It's great fun. I don't know why they stopped it. I'm glad they brought it back. I hope they keep it back. So the winner of that mini challenge was Colby. Colby did a good job. It was... they were strapped to the... spinning board that they used to determine the final lip syncs, and they were just spun around. I'm like, how does this hold them up? Because that board looks flimsy as anything. So I don't know. Considering like Kornbreak was on there, I think I might be okay if I had gone on something like that, but wow, that's difficult. Don't know how they managed it personally, but hey. Now, for this week's maxi challenge, the queens had to do a talent show. I think it's really great to get the talent show in a normal season. Love it in All Stars, and honestly, I think it would be great to just have it as a permanent first episode of a normal season and of an All Stars. Show us your talent, because God knows, queens can change their talent from season to season. Not only that, but they might have the same talent, just improve so much more from one season to an All-Stars. So I think it would be really good, and it would really be able to introduce us to the queens and like what they do outside of Drag Race, which I think would be perfect. Now none of them were, well, there was kind of one really bad one, but like apart from that, there weren't really any bad talents. Colby did a lip sync skip jump rope. Now, I really enjoyed this, mainly because it was just something so different that we've just not like seen before. My main problem, which is what the judges did critique her on, was the fact that she didn't get to the jump rope like quick enough. She just kind of came out and she was kind of just lip syncing for a bit, and then she started doing it. And it's like, yeah, it would have been nice for her to kind of get into it quicker. But overall, I still think it was perfectly fine. I'm glad she was safe. Alyssa Hunter did a rock lip sync. Now, the talent show is kind of to get to know what you do, and Alyssa was like, oh, this is quite different from what I normally do. It's like, so why are you doing it? It's to get to know you and what you do. So don't do something completely different. Do what you do and do it well. But I mean, it was a really good lip sync. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. So I've got no problems with that. I just thought it was a bit weird to do something that you don't do. Who else? Because there were 7 queens. I've done 2 so far. Jambalaya, number 3, did the African dancing. I thought it was really good. It was nice to see something really different. And the only problem with that was the headband. It kept sliding down, further down and down, and she had to keep like pulling it up. You know, I was watching the pit stop with being hosted by Monet Exchange this year, and her guest this week was Trinity the Tuck, and they were saying about how, you know, if that starts happening, make it look like it's something that's supposed to happen. Just bring it down into a necklace. Don't have to keep pulling it up. And I agree. I think that would have been a much better way to get around it, but you know, hey, it landed her in the bottom, but she's still in the competition, so it's all good. That's 3. Cornbreak, the snack Jete, did an original song. Really good. I really enjoyed it. Lots of facial expressions. Was great to see. Is the problem with some queens when they have too much work done is their face doesn't really move, so they can't really do stuff like that, which is just so funny and just great to see. So I really, really enjoyed that, and I was very happy to see that she won this week. I definitely think it was the right call. I definitely think, yeah, that, what else can I say about it? You know, it was hilarious. I enjoyed every single moment of it. 5, who else have we got left? Because I know 2 of them, but there's one person I know I'm missing. And it's really going to bug me. So we'll go through the 2 that I can remember. So Willow Pill was supposed to be doing this like isolation, like lockdown self-care, and like as soon as it started, I was like, what is happening? Because they had this like really nice sensual music playing, and there was a bathtub, and there was a table with some things on, and she would like come out, and then she would get like I'm guessing like bubble bath or essential oils or something, and pour that in the bathtub. And then she went over and she sat down, and there was spaghetti and meatballs, and she like randomly took some bites out of that, and then she went and put that in the bathtub, and then she got a toaster and she got the bread, and then she put the toaster in there, and then after that she just like went and she just disappeared into the bathtub, and it was like, wait, what? It's like, what did I just watch? It's like, because I literally have no idea what I just watched, and I loved it. I was like absolutely pissing myself with laughter the entire time. Sorry, there's a spider like right there. I was pissing myself with laughter the entire time. Could not stop laughing, but I had no idea what was happening. But hey, I enjoyed it. So that's number 5. I'm 6 on the Orion. Number 7. I'm really annoyed because I'm missing a queen, because there were 7 queens. There were 7 queens. And I can only think of 6. And I cannot for the life of me remember who number 7 is. That's it. Let me have a look. I've just walked into that spider. Ew, not the spider. Who else is on this episode? Oh, that was it. Remembered. Bosco. Bosco did a burlesque number. It was alright. I didn't like I liked the idea of the outfit. So she had like this sort of like green skirt with like rose petals, but then you could see the top of the bodysuit. I think I would have liked it more if it had like covered the bodysuit. But yeah, so she was doing this little burlesque number. She tore the petals off, which was very nice, very elegant, and yeah, that was nice. And then she got down to the bodysuit, and then she popped it off, and she was like just covering her naughty parts, and then she turned around and she was holding a rose between her butt cheeks. Must admit, I was not expecting that, but it was a nice little touch. But then she kind of like booped her little bum, and I was like sat there. I was like, everything I've seen is like, if you're gonna do that, you need an ass to do that, and it's like, yeah, you do need like a really big plump ass to be able to do that. Like one you can like really get your hands into, not just like 2 little fingers, and it's like, oh, that's your entire butt cheek. I can hear like someone like whacking or tapping. Someone's doing housework. But It was okay. I definitely think it was worthy of them being safe. I don't think they should have been in the bottom for that, and they weren't, so I'm happy with that. Finally, Orion Story, which was the other one I could remember, but considering what happened, I didn't want to get to them like until the end. So Orion Story did a comedy skit. Now I say that like that because I don't think I laughed the entire time. It's difficult when you're doing comedy because comedy is subjective, and I know the judges were like, it's good that you've got like a baseline, it just needed to be worked on, and I agree. I think it could have been funny. It just needed a bit more work, just a bit more doing to it before it was ready for like the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race, which is a shame, but hey, if that's what they do, that's what they do. So the bottom two was obviously June Jambalaya and Orion Story. They lip synced to a Lizzo song. Lizzo was the guest judge. If we could have Lizzo every week, I would happily have Lizzo every week as a judge because she loves drag, and you can tell that she loves drag. Like, Lizzo is there to have a good time. She's there to give, you know, constructive criticism if needed, but, you know, she's there because she loves drag. And those are the sorts of guest judges you need. You need people not there because it's like, oh, I've got something coming out, so I kind of need to do, like, a TV spot just so people, like, know to look out for me sort of thing. You need people that are there because I love drag. I really appreciate the art form. These people are amazing. Let me come and just, you know, enjoy the show. That is what you need. Like, is it Leslie Jordan? No, Leslie Jones is who I'm thinking of. I knew exactly who I was thinking of. I couldn't think of the name. Leslie Jones, yeah. Like, she had a good time. Lady Gaga, I'd love to see her back. You know, she had such a great time, and she had this, like, massive folder of notes for the queens. And in Untucked, she went back and gave them to them. That's the sort of person you need. That's who these queens need as guest judges. You know, people that are there to celebrate what they do. So, end of the episode, end of the lip sync. Orion Story is told to sashay away. Now, I think she's coming back. The reason I think she's coming back is there's been no watch packing. And to me, the only time they don't do a watch your packing is when that queen's coming back. So I think she's coming back. And if that's the case, I hope the queen that gets eliminated next week gets to come back as well, because it would be a bit kind of poopy otherwise, I feel, if one got to come back but the other didn't. So far, I'm loving Cornbread. Willow Pill, I'm intrigued by. Very intrigued by. And I feel like June Jambalaya has more to show than she's like already shown. I think there's more to her. Yeah, I'm not really sure what else to say about that episode. Could talk about looks. Who had some standout looks for me? I mean, their looks were supposed to be like signature drag. Like, I wasn't a big fan of Bosco's, because Bosco came out in like a black bodysuit and then had like weird like horn things coming out of her boobs. And I feel like this is a thing for like Bosco. I mean, if it's signature drag, it probably should be. But like, because in her promo look she had like things coming out the sides, and just I don't know, I don't feel like it was needed. And if she was going to do that, I feel like they could have maybe been a bit smaller because they didn't like move properly. June Jambalaya had a really nice outfit. She had some like tool like coming as like a train, like 2 bits from her shoulder. My main problem with June's was the fact that her jumpsuit kind of like came down like to like a 3/4 length, and then there was like a bit of space, and then like her shoe, and it's like I kind of wish they had connected into like one big thing. Who else have we got? Cornbread looked really great. Had like a bodysuit, but it looked really good. The only problem I had with her, which same problem the judges had, was that she needed like a little wig or something underneath just to give a bit more volume to the to the headpiece. Apart from that, it was really good. Alyssa Hunter looked absolutely amazing in her outfit. But again, it kind of went to the whole thing of why was your talent that and your looks this? If this is your signature look, your talent doesn't really it just makes us think, oh, well, we don't know anything about you, do we? Because there's just two completely different things. So, didn't like Orion's look. I hated Orion's look. It just looked really bizarre. I don't feel like she needed the 3 boobs, and there was just, cotton everywhere. It was just what is happening? What is happening? Kerri Colby's, I loved her coat. She had this, massive, I'm assuming faux fur coat, and had lines on the side which looked really good, and then when she opened up the jacket there was just loads of K's all over her body, which just, it looked really good. I really enjoyed that look. I thought it looked amazing. Willow Pills, I hated Willow Pills' look. More specifically, I hated the colours. So she had really horrible pea soup green, and then this really nice navy blue. And honestly, I was sat there and I was like, if only that green had been a different colour, it probably would have looked alright. But you just saw that green and you're like, oh, no, why? Why have you done this to me? I don't like it. But those are my standouts. That's what I thought of the first episode. Excuse me. I've got a dry throat for some reason now. I'm excited to see next week. I'm excited to see where the season's going. I think so far it looks like we've got a good cast. So far it looks like it's going to be, a talented season. So we'll see what happens, see if that changes at all next week or further into the season. Let me know down below, what did you think of episode 1? Is there anyone in particular that you're really excited to see in this group or in the next group? And who are you rooting for so far? I mean, as for me, as I said, Kornbreak I'm really liking, and so far from the first episode, I'm kind of liking Willow Pill. She seems like a bit of a nut, and I like it. But that's all from me today. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, and follow me on my socials. I'm sure I'll post more, maybe? If I'm feeling confident, maybe I'll do a song today. Who knows? We'll see. I've got pajama bottoms on under this dress, and I can just feel them slowly falling down. They're all the way over my butt right now. Some lovely more information for you, because I'm sure you wanted to know. But until next time, I'm Indigo Diamond, and I will see you lovely people next time. See ya! Bye. Essentially.